Meanwhile, John Forbes of the American Chamber of Commerce believes the TPP will be beneficial for the Philippines. He says it will expand market opportunities for the country. Again, here's Freddie Abando.
The Philippines was the last stop of U.S. President Barack Obama to push his Trans-Pacific Partnership Crusade, a trade agreement to be led by the United States and composed of nations in the Asia-Pacific region. It is part of Obama's pivot policy of the United States to Asia, a rebalancing strategy to ensure the security, stability, and economic growth of the region. Nations led by the United States, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and Vietnam in ASEAN are in discussions to be part of the agreement similar to NAFTA. The Philippines has yet to decide on whether membership will be good for its long-term economic growth.
We have expressed interest to join TPP, but obviously this is a high-quality standard, and there needs to be steps to get us ready to that point. But clearly, as I said, in a journey, we have to start somewhere.
John Forbes of the American Chamber of Commerce in the Philippines said the Trans-Pacific Partnership will expand market opportunities for local products and services for an additional 500 million people. Trade barriers will be broken, so will tariffs be reduced or eliminated for the Philippines with member nations of the TPP, so with opportunities for Filipinos to be employed. However, policy decisions on key issues which could affect how the Philippines will compete in this new arena of trading is needed. But even before a decision is reached by the government, ASEAN integration is due for full implementation next year. This is a major concern for government to enable the country to compete with its neighbors as it bids to sustain economic growth.
We need to be looking at it closely to see, how we can fit in. I think it makes sense to be part of trade agreements that encompass large sections of the globe. So the Philippines, we are in many things. We are heavy participants, of course, in ASEAN, in APEC, in RCEP, RCEP, and TPP, watching it but not yet into it. And Philippines is a small country, and we can benefit from trade and from investments on a global basis. So I think it makes sense for us to look at ways by which we can participate in such trade agreements.
It's aspirational, and over the years it grew to 9 negotiators, and then Mexico and Canada, and then Japan. So it's now at 12, and the negotiations are quite advanced. There are sticking points, of course, but that's typical of these kinds of negotiations. And the Philippines would be, we would hope, one of the first, if not the first, to apply to the 12 partners after the TPP negotiations are completed. For each of the 12 countries, it becomes a treaty obligation, and each of them have their own approval processes domestically. But they do not invite countries to join them. Countries have to make the decision, as I say, aspirational, to become a member of the TPP.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.